He not that new school linebacker. You know, the linebackers that used to play safety. He's not one of those kind of linebackers. He's like the hard nose, hit you in your face linebacker. You know, like the Ray Lewis days. But he don't hit like Ray Lewis, but he got that number 52 like Ray Lewis. So we're gonna see what KJ Britt brings to the Miami Dolphins. But that's like bad news for Channing Tindall. Real bad news, man. So we brought in two linebackers so far. We re-signed Tyra Dodson and we got KJ Britt. So what does that mean for Channing Tindall? Does that mean he's done? I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like KJ Britt, he will get a roster spot on his team. He will be on the 53-man roster. He like a nose tackle at linebacker. A nose tackle at linebacker. But we got this little press conference. We gonna see what he about. His demeanor, his personality. You know, he definitely a leader on the field. Definitely a leader. You know, when he talk, people gonna listen. A well-spoken person. So I do respect KJ Britt in regards to inside the locker room. We know what he provides on the field, but we trying to figure out what type of guy he is. But this is gonna show us, man. Before I get into this, please like, comment, subscribe for more content. Help your boy out. Help me get to that 10K. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Let's get straight into this.
Good evening. Scared you in the quarterback room. I don't know. You say what?
They might be scared of you in the quarterback room. I mean, you get after it out there. You get loud and lively. You're not afraid to you know, hustle with some guys a little bit if needed.
Yeah, it's a grown man game. Part of it, you know, it's the only game, you know, you can be violent and during the whistle and have fun.
How valuable were those reps that you got in the first two games? I'm assuming for this third game now. You're the starter out there, so one of the very few out there, but how valuable have those reps been?
Well, they've been good. I wanted to get them. If I can just get better each and every day, see reps and get that feel, I mean, it's helping. You know, I want to get all the reps I can get. You know, I need those reps because, like I said, it's just a field game.
So with KJ Britt, he was the backup to Devin White. So whenever Devin White was out for a game, it would be KJ Britt going into the game. But for the most part, Buccaneers, they had a very good linebacking room. Levante David, Devin White. They had those two guys. But on the back end, they have KJ Britt. So whenever Levante David got hurt, it was KJ Britt. Whenever Devin White got hurt, it was KJ Britt. You know, but Levante David, he's pretty good at staying healthy. It's just Devin White who got injured a lot. Devin White got injured a lot, and he will come in for Devin White. And he ain't played too bad, man. I'm not gonna lie. You know, he ain't played like the best linebacker in the league, but he did okay. He did okay. Like if he had did good, like you would have thought the Buccaneers would have re-signed him. You would have thought that, but they're like, nah, we good. We could find better linebackers. That's what the Buccaneers said. You know, but KJ Britt, he out here to prove himself. You know, he ain't really do enough to show the league that he like that with the Buccaneers, but now he gonna have this opportunity with the Dolphins to show us if he really like that.
Real thing, getting into it, how we approached the week two, it's just going out there and just having fun and just playing. You know, it's still a game I love to play. I've been playing since I was a little kid, so it's just going out there and just having fun and just reminiscing and just playing football.
Here's the one thing I trust AI to do more than
you too?
And ironically, it's brand safety. You spend so much time.
Your eye discipline talked about a lot, like with your position. Do you feel like for you or just for your position, like you need to be out there in preseason to kind of train your eyes, or is there a difference between like, I guess, training your eyes for practice versus like for games?
I mean, yeah, we have calls where our eyes have to be certain places.
I'm gonna show y'all his PFF real quick. You see, look at the PFF. Horrible. 45.2 on 613 snap count. I don't know about that one right there. I do not know about that one. So they basically brought him in. He probably told the coaches like, "Hey, I know I got it. I just need somebody to give me a shot. I know I got it. I think we signed him to like what, 4 million? I think it was 4 million, ain't it? I'm not too sure. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Let me check this article out. See how much we signed him for. It don't even say on here. Just say 1 year deal. I think it's 4, to be honest. I do think it's 4. But yeah, like I don't know, man. Hopefully he can improve in like immediately. As soon as he pull up, hopefully he can get at least a 60 overall grade. At least a 60, bro. This is his chance to show that he could be a top 15 linebacker in the league. You know, if you don't show it in Miami, I don't know where else you're gonna be able to show it. I do not know.
Really and truthfully, preseason games, it's the same approach for me as I do at practice or whatever, or real games. Just knowing where to look, knowing not how not to get beat in this call. Just going out there and just playing. I mean, it's still football at the end of the day, man. Like I said, I wanted to get all those reps. I wanted to play, and I was glad that I could play.
I just wasn't sure if because the environment is different when it comes to eye discipline, like the lights and things like that, and obviously your eyes have to be primed for.
No, it's no different from me looking at you or me looking at him. It ain't no different. It's just what I'm looking at, and it's,
Details not released. Oh, okay. We're probably gonna find out tomorrow. Probably.
A lot of things might happen because it's still 9 other guys. They might be running fast this way, but if I'm still looking at Greg, I know where Greg is, and so it's the same thing, same illusion. Just looking at what you need to look at.
Chris was just saying he gets more out of this new format where the veterans don't play for the first two preseason games. They have the dual practices. Obviously, he said he feels he gets maybe more out of that for situational stuff. But do you prefer games over practice?
I just prefer football. It don't make me no different. Games or practice. In this league, whenever your number's called, you got to be ready. And that the best is required out you. So whatever it is, practice, preseason, regular season games, playoff games, it's the same approach, for me. I take everything serious because you just never know when you might see it again, and how me seeing this game, how it might help me week 10 down the line, because, it's a copycat league. Offenses, they do the same thing. They're gonna scheme. Our defense the same way, so just seeing it, getting the feel for it, and then just going out there and just playing. Like I said, you can't take this game for granted, man, because this game is so precious, and it's been good to me. So anytime I can go out there and just strap up, I'm ready.
With that said, this is the final week of the preseason. A lot of guys that this may be the last week with this team. Any advice that you give some of these guys that are on the bubble that are trying to make this team?
Yeah, just give it all you got. If you give it all you got, then you won't have to live with any regrets. Living with no regrets. It's better. So just going out here and just playing, giving all you got, giving effort. Flying around, because it's still 32 teams. It's still 32 teams, and your resume is your resume. The only thing they got is your tape. So you go out there and give all you got on tape. Somebody see you, somebody bring you in, opportunity, and then you got to when you get your opportunity, you got to knock it down. So just
Y'all hear him? He taking advantage of this opportunity with the Dolphins. He knew he got to put something on tape while Devin White was out. If you don't put nothing on tape, then he probably not even going to be with the Buccaneers, and no team going to sign him. The Dolphins noticed when he played he got some potential, and that's why we brought him in. It's always
gonna be a sad time in the locker room, especially after this preseason game. With that cut day, and it's something that I take it. It's real sad on me and a lot of other guys. Because we make relationships. Those guys gone, might not see them no more, might see them again. It's just the nature of this league. But we our feelings are involved, and if I could tell anybody, just go out there and just play football. Same game that got you here, same game that's gonna help you out in life. So just go out there and ball.
Speaking of that, you got some guys battling in that room with you. JJ seems like it's in preseason form already.
Ryan Miller invests the way he wants to invest.
Ryan sets his investments to automatic.
That
picking up where he left off last season, but guys like Vi Jones, Kalen DeLoach, Antonio Greer. What have you seen out of those guys the past 2 games that they got the opportunity to play? Who's kind of impressed you out of that?
I mean, all of them are good football players. All of them are eager to get better each and every day. All of them have great attitudes. I don't make the decisions, but it's I love to be around all 3 of those guys, all 4 of those guys, or I mean it's just fun. All of them bring what they bring to the table. All of them love football. All of them want to get better each and every day. They're like sponges. You tell them something, they soaking it in. They getting their knowledge. And that's what you want to see in this league, especially guys who trying to feel their way out. You want to see guys who want to learn, because this league is different from college. It's different from any other level that you'll play on. So just getting to this level and just playing, it's hard. So all those guys want to get better, and I'm excited about all those guys.
First 2 on the road, albeit preseason. You excited to get back out to the home game Friday night?
Man, I'm so excited, man. Training those 2 away games, it made training camp feel a little bit longer. But can't wait to get back in Ray J. And can't wait to go out there and just play football, and then just go home after. So that's a big deal, and I just can't wait.
KJ, you've been on this team for a bit, and you've played with Levante David for a bit too. But going into this year, primed to be a starter, how important is it to get those reps and play next to him, and how much have you learned from just being in that environment?
We talk about it all the time. First, like when we all go out there and play together, we gotta have a relationship, because we gotta trust one another, because we might see something, I might see something that he does not see, and I might tell him, hey, alert this, and us playing together, getting on one page, because once linebackers like 2 quarterbacks, you gotta have a relationship. So us taking a lot of reps, this training camp, has been real beneficial. How I got a feel for how he play, he get a feel for how I play, how we communicate. A lot of pre-snap talking, a lot of post-snap talking. So it's all those little communication keys that'll help us play faster. And we trying to beat a curve. It's always a curve when 2 guys playing together. So we trying to beat a curve. So I mean, we played together last year, so it ain't no different. But we got a relationship first. So me and him, we got a real personal relationship. So I'm glad that me and him are friends first.
KJ, a little off topic, but who's the best?
He gonna have to build that relationship with Jordan Brooks now. But I think they got the same mentality, same mindset. I think he a Q. I think he in a fraternity. I think the same thing for Jordan Brooks. I'm not too sure. I gotta correct me if I'm wrong.
On the team at the college football video game.
I think I got the most wins on the team because we play all the time, and I hate to say me because I'm not a bragging type guy, but it is what it is. So
Hey Marcus, I don't think this is stopping Jalen Walker. Maybe Jahad Campbell, but Jalen Walker, nothing stopping him right there. Nothing stopping him. There's a good chance that we might get him at 13. I have a decent feeling. Anthony Weaver was at Georgia, Chris Greer, Mike McDaniel. They had the whole coaching staff out there, either for Malachi Starks or Jalen Walker. Either one of them boys right there. So I think it's possible for Jalen Walker still, even though we got KJ Britt. KJ Britt, they ain't bring him thinking that he going to automatically be the starter. He still got to prove himself. He got to compete with Tyrell Dodson to get playing time. Whoever wins that battle right there, we know they're going to be a good linebacker because Tyrell Dodson, he not a bad linebacker. He's not a bad linebacker. But if KJ Britt ends up beating him out, now we know KJ Britt, he got way more upside than Tyrell Dodson. You're trying to get the best out of Tyrell Dodson. You're trying to get the best out of KJ Britt. That's what you're trying to do. Whoever wins, wins. We all know Jordan Brooks is going to be out there regardless. It's just with KJ Britt or Tyrell Dodson who going to be out there. Maybe Jalen Walker comes in and take everybody's job. He come in and take everybody's job, maybe.
I mean, I have lost, but I have won a lot more than I've lost. So,
Who's the second best?
Who the second best? I would say Izzy or Kalijah. Pretty good, Kalijah. I mean, it's like we watch tape, so we actually playing football games. We kind of play a little different than the game, we kind of play like we actually playing the game. So, I mean, it's who know football, huh?
Who's gonna put the sticks down? They're just terrible. Like, they're just.
To be honest with you, there's nobody like that. You have to beat everybody in the locker room because, like I said, this whole last week, we had tournaments from when we went to Jacksonville. We played every day from Wednesday or anytime we had off time, a lot of off time, and we didn't have to practice or nothing. We played. So I mean, it was a lot of games going on. We was having three or four games going on at one time, and we just rotating. And I mean, that's kind of the type of vibe we have in the locker room right now. We have we just kind of. It's kind of weird because we all like little kids. I was happy when that game came back out. I ain't played it in 10 years, and I don't even play the video game. So, but I mean, it's just football. It ain't no different from watching tape, watching film, huh? Nah, we do randoms. We do a lot of randoms, and you play with your alma mater, but we do randoms, and then how the game's set up. The best teams you want to play with. We do randoms. We do a lot of randoms, and you play with your alma mater, but we do randoms, and then how the game's set up. The best teams you want to play with the best teams, and sometimes, but we play a lot of randoms, a lot of different conferences, a lot of randoms, but we love to play.
All right, thank you. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Shout out to KJ. Welcome to the team. That boy, he a dog. I swear he a dog, man. You try, Trevor. Like, you cannot play with that boy, man. You cannot play with KJ. I like that attitude. He adding toughness to the field, bro. He definitely adds toughness to the team. Most definitely. No matter how good or bad it ends up, I think we might have lucked up with KJ Britt, but we gotta see it on the field, man. We gotta see it. But I like his mentality. I say that.
I mean, believe me, I'm just grateful for the opportunity, just grateful for the chance. They trusted in me and believed me enough to draft me, believed in me enough to just get me down here and just so I could bring my talents and my skills to Tampa Bay. This is a great situation. Just be able to learn from two great players. Two players that I was watching. Growing up. Levante was watching him in high school. Devin, watching him all throughout college, and just be able to play behind him, to learn, and then playing with a great linebacker coach as well. Every year, coaching linebackers, for 100 tackles. So I feel like it's a great role, and just get in where I fit in. For some special teams, whatever, just ready to play. I love the way they play fast, physical. They're determined to make every play, do everything right. Just not tackling, but interceptions and sacks and forced fumbles. They just great to watch them. I'm talking about you.
Whatever energy that Levante David, Devin White brought, bring it to Miami, bro. We need that energy. We need that energy right there, man. I like how physical he can be. Yeah, I think he could bring it up a notch too. I think so, man. So all that weight that he got on him is definitely working to his favor. 235, pretty stocky guy. How much tackles he got last year? He had 72 tackles last year. 72. Let's see his career. So each year he going up in tackles. 12, 13, 29, 72. Could this be a guy that could provide us with, 80, 90 tackles? He might be in that spot, man. He might be in that spot. And it looked like he only getting better throughout each year. That's what it seemed like. But I wonder why the Buccaneers did not keep him if he is getting that much better. They probably seen something on film that they don't really like. They probably don't think it's a scheme fit. Maybe, who knows, but hopefully he a scheme fit for Miami. That's what we hoping for. That's what we hoping for.
UCL on my thumb. Thought I was going to have a huge senior season. I just learned how much I really love the game. being around the game and just being around my teammates really brought me joy when I was really down. So the game is something that I can't really put into words. It's just like precious to me. I'm a firm believer that you got to attack the day, win each day. You day 14, day 15, you won each day. You're gonna put yourself in a good spot. So I'm just embracing every role that they give to me, get a little bit better each day. That somebody see it, and I can only control what I can control, and that's just what my actions are.
That's
real.
real.
I love football. I love the culture that's here. I just love winning, man. I love winning.
Hey, we love winning too, but we don't do it. Dolphins love winning too, but we don't do it a lot, man. That's the only problem. That's the only problem. 24/7 Sports. We're gonna check out his high school page. Yeah, he looked like he's from Alabama. Right here we have KJ, high school page, Oxford, Alabama. Them people from Alabama, they be having thick necks. That's one thing about them boys over there. Thick necks, bro. He was a 4-star recruit coming out. He had Auburn, Stanford, Air Force, Alabama, Appalachian State. He had 31 offers coming out. Let's see the complete list. California, Cincinnati, Gators, Clemson, Georgia Tech, Iowa State, Louisville, LSU, Memphis, Michigan, Ole Miss. The list keep on going. Let's keep on going. But linebackers like these be the linebackers who have that hitting mentality. The last Alabama linebacker I remember, Reuben Foster. Y'all remember Reuben Foster, right? I don't think he on Reuben Foster level, but he came from the same place, so he could be his own version of Reuben Foster. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. Let me see if we could find some high school tape of him.
I want to live a really long and healthy life, and without a doubt, there are so many ways.
It's that old school huddle music, that old school, man. But let's check out KJ Britt highlights. Put the volume down real quick. Damn, 126 total tackles. Damn, how much games he played? 22 tackles for loss, 5 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 touchdown. Pow! Ooh, okay, that was a hard hit. Okay. The ball came out too. He hitting. He a headhunter. Good block, Shad. Bam. Even when you out of bounds, you getting it. Can't do that in the league though. You gonna give us some flags right there. Damn, he pancaked that lineman. See, not a lot of linebackers could put a lineman on their back. High school, college, NFL. They can't do that. But KJ Britt, he been doing it ever since high school. Good pursuit. Ooh, he hitting. Yeah, everything go through him, to be honest, bro. Pah! Hey, bring that to Miami. Watch. Watch what we're going to do. Bring that to Miami. Oh, he got the ball, fumble recovery. And he took it back touchdown. Good pursuit. Good tackle. Fumble recovery. Hey, Nintendo, watch out, dog. Hey, watch out, bro. You better be working your ass off right now, bro, because there's somebody here that could take your spot. KJ Britt, he that guy. I know this is high school, but I seen his college tape before. He wasn't bad in college either. He wasn't bad, but he hasn't lived up to, that 4-star pedigree that he had in high school. He hasn't lived up to it. But hey, he might turn things around with Anthony Weaver. He might turn it around. Flip this ass. Bam. When he tackle people going backwards. Ah, good hit. In the backfield too. Drove his ass back. Okay. Drove his ass back. Okay. I think he could be as good as David Long was for us. David Long, when he was here making tackles in the backfield, you name it, he was making things happen. He was making things happen. What up, young man? Rapper more. You am in the house. Hey, what's up, my boy? Was it good, Rodney? What's good, Rodney? We just checking out KJ Britt, the new signings. Asante Samuel, he's still available. We got to check in on that. We got to check in on Asante, man. I'm still waiting to see what team he go to. Still waiting on what team he will go to. Right here, we have a clip from the Senior Bowl. KJ Britt, he's right here. Right here. Hard to run the ball on him. I'm kind of worried about him in coverage, though. I don't know what he's going to offer in coverage. He definitely going to have to work on that during this offseason. Here's Todd Bowles. I forgot his name for a little bit. Todd Bowles. He's going to talk about KJ Britt and his demeanor, what he's going to bring to the Miami Dolphins. He's going to talk about it.
Well, the players vote on the C's. We got a lot of great guys that's deserving of that, but KJ's been a leader since he's been here. Even when he wasn't starting, he's been a leader. He's a natural leader. He's very vocal. He's probably the most talkative guy on the field. Hopefully, I hope this never happens in camp. If they get into a fight, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be him because he does most of the talking about it, and we got to keep a good eye on that.
Probably is. It's just how I play the game. I play with a little chip on my shoulder, and I can't talk about it. It's just got to be when it's out there. I got a light switch, so I just try to make sure if it's on, I don't want to be messed with.
Yeah, he's a ball player, man. He's a hard-nosed ball player. He's one of those like old school like linebackers, which I love about him. And he always has good energy about himself. And he's a leader. He's vocal and things like that. So he's one of the guys that you want on your team. Oh, he trash talks a lot, especially to Baker, which is kind of funny. Even in the locker room too, y'all. Some stuff y'all don't hear. But
hey, Tua, get ready. Tua, get ready. It don't matter who's the quarterback. He gonna trash talk you. He gonna trash talk you, man. It don't matter who the quarterback, dog. To be honest. But shout out to Antoine, KJ Britt. Nothing but great things they saying about him. Nothing but great things, man. This low key somebody I thought the Dolphins would try to bring in, Devin White. Imagine Devin White and Jordan Brooks on the same team. Man, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. But we signed his backup. So there got to be something wrong with Devin White, bro, as to why nobody picking him up. Texans, they ain't re-sign him. Buccaneers let him go. Eagles, he couldn't get along with Vic Fangio. Sometimes when you rebel against Vic Fangio, it don't end up too well for you. Because at the end of the day, Vic Fangio, he got the last laugh. He let you go and he still won the Super Bowl. Still won it. So Devin White, hopefully he getting better now. Hopefully he signs with the team. We're gonna see. But I doubt it's gonna be the Dolphins since we just got KJ Britt. Just got KJ Britt.
It didn't sit no way with me. KJ been playing well all year since I've been out, and I'm proud of him. That's what we do. That's what he got drafted here to do, is to be a great player that can step in for me and Levante, and he did just that. So man, just like I was supporting him when I wasn't playing, if I did play, I was gonna support him, or whatever the case may be. And just like he do me, we got a real great relationship. Everybody in our linebacker room does, and it's never gonna be no bumping heads about nothing like that. At the end of the day, it's all about winning. It didn't sit nowhere.
Shout out to Devin White, having a good spirit about being benched. He got benched by KJ Britt. He got benched by him because he wasn't playing too well. When you don't play too well, they're gonna be looking at the backup like, hey, get ready. Put your pads on. KJ Britt, he was on the sideline just waiting for his opportunity, and it came. It came when Devin White still wasn't performing. And KJ Britt, he took the opportunity. He ran with it. He ain't run all the way with it, but he did enough to the point where now he's a Miami Dolphin. He gets to stay in Florida. He don't got to do too much. And hopefully we got a dog, man. Hopefully we got a dog. Right here we got KJ Britt in the middle against the Eagles, surprisingly enough. Damn. Come on, KJ. Come on, KJ. Like, if Kenneth Gainwell was Saquon Barkley, okay, that's the excuse. But this is Kenneth Gainwell. Probably like 210. You about 240, fam. About 240. So sometimes KJ Britt, he could be had. He could be had. Bah. Gotta do better than that, KJ. You should have seen what the running back was going to do and then try to go to the inside. But you just got embarrassed on this one. Completely embarrassed. He look like a dog out there, man. He look like he gonna whack some shit out there. He gonna knock somebody out. Good shuffle, staying low. I like that right there. Good job. Okay. These are two good linebackers that the Buccaneers have. Stroud, he's been coming on strong as of late. I forgot what team signed him, but he's gonna be a good linebacker. Whenever you see a linebacker out there with long hair, this is him. This is him. But KJ Britt, he definitely looked the part, bro. Definitely looked the part of an old school linebacker. That 52, around the same height, the same weight as Ray Lewis. Played like him. No copyright. See, KJ Britt, you gotta do better in coverage right here. That's my only worry about KJ, the coverage. He let the running back go right past him. right past him. Let's search up his Twitter. Let's do that. Here we on KJ Britt page. Oh, good play by him. Okay. That's pretty good right there. KJ right here. Look at him travel. That's Bijan Robinson too. Good job getting a good angle on that one. Good tackle. It don't get any better than this right here. It don't. I'm surprised he did that right there. I'm real surprised, but I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I wonder what his 40 is. I really do wonder what his 40 is. Let me see. Seems like he just be retweeting stuff. I'm probably gonna go to his Instagram now.
Hey crew, this is KJ Britt, current Bucks linebacker. I just want to say we're on the clock. Congrats to this upcoming draft class. Hope for great success. Hey crew, this is KJ.
KJ Britt, he gonna take you out, man. KJ Britt look like he don't play. He already changed his bio. I like that. Already changed his bio. I like that. He already put the Dolphins on there. Kalijah Kancey. You see, it's not even Levante David out there talking to the boys. It's him. It's him. Beautiful family, bro. Beautiful family. I love this right here, man. I love this right here. It's a nice looking family. You know, you can't get no better than this. You can't. Welcome to Miami. Some more picks. Out here, wedding day. Beautiful. This is inspiration right here. This is what I'm trying to reach. This is what I'm trying to reach right here. You see, I told y'all he a Q. That's what Q's be doing, like and the tongue out. He a Q. For sure. So expect him to do the Q dance. Expect that. Expect that.
Bond slams his way over the goal. Is it a touchdown Tampa Bay? Touchdown Tampa Bay. The cannons fire again. It's 13-3. Yes, sir!
We're doing it big, man. I wonder why he went to Auburn, though. I really do wonder why he went to Auburn. She went to Alabama or Georgia. Should have went there. You know, I'm hoping it work out for KJ Britt. I'm really hoping it work out. I don't know if there's anything else I need to check out. KJ, I don't know. Oh, Marcus, you said 4.75. Man, I don't know. That's too slow. Without the pads, 4.75. With the pads, you running like a 4.8. But based off that play we seen him make, let's go back to it again. Yeah, based off this play, it don't look like he run no 4.75. It look like he way faster than a 4.75. Like that look like a 4.6 right there. 4.6. But this gives me confidence seeing him run sideline to sideline like that. You don't expect that from an old school linebacker, like everybody calling him. Maybe he could play at like 225. That might be better for him. Playing at 225 so he could be a little bit more faster out there. Good tackle. But yeah, shout out to KJ.